bit before Halloween so you guys can bake these treats for your Halloween. Today we're gonna be making pumpkin spice cupcakes with maple frosting. Okay, so we are going to start off by preheating the oven to 350 degrees, which I have already done, and we are lining our muffin tin with liners. The next thing we are going to do is mix up the dry ingredients. So I'm grabbing a medium-sized bowl, and the first thing we're going to sift is 1 cup of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder. So the reason we are sifting it, as I believe I've mentioned in past videos, is so the batter is not clumpy. A half teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of cinnamon. So these cupcakes are actually even better the next day because the spices that are in the cupcakes have a chance to really, like, I don't know, age? I don't really know what happens to them, but they become amazingly delicious. The next ingredient is a half teaspoon of ground ginger, and I believe that's gonna be about the rest of my ground ginger almost. Next is a half teaspoon of nutmeg, which is just, oh, this is fall to me. This and cinnamon is just the best aroma. And a half teaspoon of salt, which I'm actually just gonna add directly to the bowl. You're just combining these together with the sifter. Next, we're going to add the wet ingredients. So I have left these 2 extra large eggs to come to room temperature. The next ingredient for the wet ingredients is a cup of pumpkin puree. This is just 100% pumpkin. And so we're not beating the eggs first because we don't want to get too much air into the batter. Half cup of sugar. Next, we're adding a half cup of light brown sugar, which is lightly packed. And the last ingredient to be mixed with the wet ingredients is, if I can open it, a half cup of vegetable oil. Sometimes it's important to take a whisk. Whisking all the ingredients together until just combined. Like I said before, you don't want to over whisk. You'll let in too much air into the batter. And next we're going to add the flour mixture to the wet ingredients. Now that the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients are combined into this nice, smooth, deliciously smelling batter, we are going to scoop the batter into our prepared muffin tins with, here it is, my little ice cream scoop. So we don't want to over scoop. We're just gonna get a little scoop, and then you can always kind of balance it out later to make sure it's even. But just starting off, get that in there. All right, so now that the batter is evenly distributed among the muffin liners, we are going to pop this in the oven at, like I said before, 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. In honor of Halloween, I'm gonna do a little Halloween magic for you. Are you ready for this? Ta-da! They're done! Just like magic. And let me tell you, they smell so good. Like, these could probably just be muffins without the frosting, but you'll thank me for making the frosting because the frosting is so tasty. So basically, we're just gonna pop these out of the muffin tin and let them cool on a wire cooling rack. All right, so we're going to make the maple frosting next. You are going to need 6 ounces of cream cheese. These also have been coming to room temperature so that they can be easily creamed. 3 tablespoons unsalted butter, also at room temperature. If you try to cream these not at room temperature, it becomes much more difficult. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, a half teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, if you have a KitchenAid stand mixer, or any brand of stand mixer, honestly, I would recommend you use this, use that with the paddle attachment. But seeing as I do not have that handy dandy appliance, I'm just gonna use my little hand mixer here. And we're just gonna cream these. Once that is all combined, we're going to add 2 cups of sifted confectioner's sugar. If you will remember when I was making my chocolate frosting for my chocolate birthday cake, we're gonna do this in sections. If you do it too much at once, it's just, you're gonna make a mess and you're gonna get really frustrated. So be patient and do it in sections. I'm gonna do it in half-cup sections. So we got the first one, and we're just going to sift. We are just going to get it in there and mix. So we've added the 2 cups of sifted confectioner's sugar. So I'm just scraping the sides of the bowl to make sure everything is combined, because you want to get all that sugar. This is such a delicious frosting, you guys. You're gonna want there to be leftovers so you can eat it. I'm just gonna mix it one last time. Today, I'm doing something I've never done before, and that is use a pastry bag. So normally I just use a butter knife and I don't know, like scoop it with the butter knife to get the icing on the cupcakes. So let's just see how this goes. Again, I've never done this before. This is a small bag. There it is. Okay. All right. So you want to make sure these are cooled completely, and basically you're just going to pipe this on. All right, that's decent for my first time. All right, now that you have your cupcakes iced, we are going to top them with some heat bars. So all you need are 2 regular sized heat bars. Funny backstory, I had a friend in college who called me Heat Bar. My name's Heather, as you know, and she called me Heat Bar. And I always thought it was just like a weird name because I didn't know heat bars were like a candy bar. So you just want to roughly chop these. They don't have to be precise. The really cool things about these is that it just adds another flavor to the cupcakes, another texture to them, and they kind of melt into the icing, and it is so delicious. You're just gonna take a little bit of them and top your cupcakes with them. And finally, I have these cute little matching, I don't even know what you would call these, but they're little attached to plastic toothpicks, and the little spider matches the muffin liner, and I just like to stick them in like that. I think it looks really cute, and they're ready to be served. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please try this recipe again. It is so delicious, and to me it just tastes like fall. I love making them for Halloween or for any fall related parties you have, and my husband loves them. So this is a great treat for those people who aren't super into chocolate treats. Super delicious. This isn't my recipe. It is Ina Garten's recipe from her cookbook, Foolproof. And here it is, right here. I'm going to leave a link to where you can buy this cookbook in the description box below. I got mine at Target, but I'm sure you can get it loads of places. So there's that. Have a great Halloween. Bye.